We've been full-time RVers for the past 7 years, and we've parked our rig in some pretty epic locations for free. It's called boondocking. You don't have any sewer, water, or electric hookups, but when your backyard looks like this, or this, or this, you might actually prefer it.
So on today's travel day, as we go from Temple, Texas, all the way up to Caprock Canyon State Park, we're gonna give you all the details on how we find these boondocking spots, along with our top 15 favorite places to stay.
This video is brought to you by Liquefied. I will make sure to put links to all of these spots in the description so you can enjoy them too. They're mostly gonna be out west.
Yes.
There's not hardly any boondocking out east, unfortunately.
And the bigger you are, those spots out east get even
smaller,
harder and harder to find.
And the reason why this is because there's so many BLM national, that's Bureau of Land Management, national grasslands, national forests out west, as opposed to the east, which is more highly populated. So that is why when you say, why didn't you share anything in South Carolina and North Carolina? This is why they're all in Utah and Arizona and New Mexico and all of those things.
Have we even boondocked in North or South Carolina? I'm not sure we have. We have
Maybe
found
we stayed in a Walmart. We stayed in a Walmart.
We stayed in a Walmart. We found one in the Northeast in New Hampshire somewhere. We stayed once, but yeah, Northeast, it's really tough to boondock.
I mainly use Campendium. It's a website and an app. It's my ride or die for finding campgrounds and boondocking spots. If you want to find free boondocking spots, just change the price filter to free. I've also checked iOverlander if I can't find anything good on Campendium and I just want to make sure that my T's are crossed and my I's are dotted. I'll also look at thedirt.com to see if there's anything that I missed, but those are the main resources that I follow to find the spots that we stay.
One of the ways those websites are super helpful is a lot of times they'll give you extra information about the roads going in, the stay limits. A lot of them are 14 days, but sometimes they're not. So be sure to check those websites and then maybe the official BLM or Forest Service website just to make sure that you're not overstaying. But before we dive into all our favorite 15 sites, we're at a dump station. So RV chores don't wait, we've got to get these done first.
We did not make it very far down the road. That's the nice thing though about Winkler Park, which is where we're staying, even though it's only a water hookup and doesn't have a dump station, the park right next door, which is Flint, it has Flint in it.
Flint something.
Flint. I'll put it on the screen. I cannot remember what it is. But you can dump for free here. They will give you a gate code to get in.
I need you to get out and make sure I'm not going to hit a tree because this park is
so
we are
tight.
3911 and that is, I would say, about the max you can navigate through this park. But I have a tree here to the left if you wouldn't mind hopping out and making sure I don't smack the tree.
Okay, there's a tree here. There's a tree there. There's a tree there. And there's a tree there. We're surrounded. It looks good though.
The roof is good?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna run over the dump station with my tires, the cap.
You've got about a foot.
Okay.
You're good.
Still good on my right side because that's the side I can't really see.
Yep, some branches are touching in the back, but very lightly. We got some branches up here lightly touching. I don't think there's anything we can do about that.
Texas pinstripes?
Texas pinstripes. We got Arizona ones, New Mexico ones, but I think you're good.
I think so.
We made it. While we're doing that, how about our first site, which has a lot more epic views than this dump station, and that is the Alabama Hills in California.
Some people save the best for last. I think we're starting right off with the best.
This might be our all-time favorite spot.
Yeah.
It is so gorgeous. It's got rock formations, mountains in the background. It's where they filmed a lot of movies.
If you want to take a beautiful picture of your rig, this is the place to go to. Now, there are only like 40 sites there. That's going to be the biggest challenge, and only 2 or 3 of them are going to be bigger rig friendly.
Yeah, they've changed stuff over the years. Where you used to be able to park a lot more spots, now they've turned them into day use areas and cut down way on the camping.
But there is a campground that is just 5 minutes, 10 minutes down the road, and this is what we did last time we were there. We got there, we scouted scouted. There wasn't any spots available. We spent the night at the campground. The next morning I got in the truck, went out, found the spot we were gonna stay in.
Put
water jugs and a whole bunch of stuff, went back, got the rig, and then we went out and stayed there for the 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So absolutely epic spot. Not a ton to do around it, but if you're trying to get away from it all, that is one of the best spots to go.
Just make sure that you have stocked up on groceries. Otherwise, you're going to be driving an hour and a half to 2 hours to Ridgecrest like we did.
Got everything dumped out of the black tank. Of course, we have one more step, and that is to add 1 ounce of liquefied and 5 flushes of water into the black tank. Now, I don't know if you watched last week's video or not. If you haven't, you need to go back and watch that, because I put liquefied to the test. We replaced this toilet, and when we removed the old toilet, I thought I was gonna have to do the thing that I've done whenever I've replaced a toilet in a house or any place like that, and that is jam a rag in the pipe.
Stick that rag in there.
But no, I stuck my nose right down to the pipe, and I smelled nothing. Not bad. I still gotta do like 3 more flushes here. But liquefied doesn't just mask the odors like some other off-the-shelf black tank treatments. It actually breaks down the waste and helps eliminate the odors altogether. I love this stuff. I give it to all my friends. Whenever I know somebody who's getting a new RV, they're getting some liquefied from Joe, because I think it is just that important.
Is it weird to have a favorite liquefied scent? Because I really like the lavender one. I think Joseph likes the orange one better, but this just isn't as strong, and it's not perfumey or anything. So if you do need to stock up, you're an RVer and you're running low, or you're a new RVer and you haven't gotten this yet and you're still trying that off-brand stuff that doesn't work, I'm gonna put a QR code on the screen here so you can get some liquefied from the website. There's also gonna be information on there for an RV giveaway. Like, I can't believe Matt has figured out how to give away an RV. It's a 2026 Alliance. It's a cute little bumper pull, and every dollar spent on liquefied gets you 10 free entries. There's also a lot of other ways to enter as well, and you can find these at Walmart. And I think if you submit your receipt, you can get some entries there too. But that's gonna go on until July 6th. So you have some time, but not too much. So you wanna get your stuff now. Boondocking spot number 2. This is probably one of the more iconic spots. When you see the photos, you know where it is. It's called the Wall.
Oh yes.
Outside Badlands National Park. It's technically not called the Wall on Campendium. They call it Nomad's View dispersed camping, but everyone calls it the Wall because you're on a literal cliff wall over the Badlands.
You used to be on a literal cliff wall.
They changed things.
This is another one of those boondocking spots where things are changing over time. They're doing some restoration in the area, so now you have to park on the side of the road that is away from the wall, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because an RV or two have actually blown off the side of the wall. South Dakota winds might be no joke.
I was so freaked out the first year that we stayed there. I think we've stayed on the wall maybe 3 different times.
3 times, I think.
But yeah, if you are in a very light travel trailer, it gets very windy. Just be very cautious.
Yep. So, but the views, even if you're parked on the other side of the road, you can't beat it. It's beautiful.
And if you're daring enough, you can go down into the
Badlands
like we did and got ourselves into trouble. But I will say, if you are a bigger rig, make sure there's 2 entrances. Make sure that you go past the first one and go down the second one, which is by the cell towers. You're going to have a lot easier time getting in. But it is literally a minute from the entrance of Badlands National Park. And you go right there. There's bison, there's prairie dogs.
And if you've driven any interstate through the heart of South Dakota, you've heard of this place called Wall Drug.
Oh yeah, that's nearby too.
There's 7,265 billboards advertising it, and it's 5 minutes down the road too. So you've got the town of Wall. There is not a Walmart. The amenities are a little bit further away, but it is a absolutely must-do spot on the boondocking bucket list.
Any ideas when the next gas station is going to be
None
coming up?
Whatsoever. But
are you concerned that the light is on?
The light isn't on.
Yes, it is.
No, you're looking at the tow light. That's the little trailer light. The gas light is not on. We are below a quart of a tank. Don't tell anybody. But it's Texas. There's got to be a gas station somewhere up here.
Clearly, I have not looked at that tow light ever. I didn't know what it was.
It's a little trailer. What did you?
I can't see it from all the
Do
way
you think
over
it was a
here.
little gas can with
I
wheels
did.
on it? Ready for boondocking spot number 3?
This is one that we hit up every time we go through Southwest North Dakota.
This is one of our personal favorites.
Mhm.
Is it the most epic? No, it's still very beautiful, but it is Scoria Pit. I remember the name of it.
Scoria
Pit.
Dispersed camping.
Outside of Medora, South Dakota.
Which is the quirkiest little town.
It is.
It's also outside Theodore Roosevelt National Park,
Yep.
so you've got lots of stuff that you can do. But again, it is far away from places like a laundromat or an hour away from a Walmart.
Yep.
So you just have to be aware of that. It is beautiful grasslands. These, what do you call them? Not sandstone, but it's the layer of stones
Yeah.
that form these formations around the area. It's just a really unique geological area.
It's kind of like if you married a grassland with the Badlands, because
Yes,
there's hills and
yes.
it's rolling hills,
Yeah, and the sunsets are so pretty.
Yes.
It is just so beautiful.
there is one challenging
one
bit,
challenge, yeah.
and that is there is a pretty steep dirt hill road to get to the
Yeah.
first boondocking spot. Once you get up that, there's a place you can turn around if you need to, but then there's more spots further on.
We have not tried it in the Brinkley yet.
We have not.
So TBD on that.
Yes, it's probably on the edge. I would not consider taking a Brinkley up if I didn't have the 4-wheel drive as well, just in case I got into a sticky situation.
And only go so far
Right.
because the road continues on, it goes up, it gets very narrow, very steep, very quickly.
This is definitely a scout before you
Yes.
drive up type of
Yes.
situation.
Thanks.
You are all covered in bunny fur. It's recording.
That's what happens when you try to cuddle with your pets. There's bunny fur everywhere.
Caitlin was saying he stopped shedding a couple
2
weeks
weeks
ago
ago.
For a few days, and
Now
he's back to shedding
shedding
again. Which just lends credence to my theory that he sheds twice a year for
Yes.
6 months each.
It's true. So number 4, are we on number 4 now?
We're on number 4. We're marching right through these.
Okay, number 4
This was new
is
to
a
us.
recent one.
Yes.
In Nevada, there is Spencer Hot Springs. It's along the loneliest road
Yep.
in America. That whole series, if you have not caught it, it's 3 videos long, and it was so fun. One of the most enjoyable road trips I've ever had. But this Spencer Hot Springs, you get to camp literally next to tubs of super hot water from natural springs, and there's burros
Yep.
all over the place, drinking from the springs. You do have to drive 6 miles down a road to get to this spot.
And by a road, she means a dirt road.
Yes.
Like dirt, sandy. So your rig is going to get dusty.
Yes.
The road is well maintained.
Just take it slow.
At the location where you're parking, it does get a little potholy, and trying to find a level spot gets a little challenging.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, if you can get out there and be right next to one of the 4 or 5 hot springs, it's
Yeah.
really, really worth it.
I loved it. I want to go back there.
As far as being near to things, it's near nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That is literally a theme
Of-
with all of this.
Well, I think of all the boondocking spots that
This is
we're
the furthest
highlighting,
out.
this is about halfway out that loneliest road. And that road, there is no Walmart, no
The next
nothing
big town
out
is
there.
going to be Ely, and I don't even
Yeah.
know how many miles away that is.
A long way.
Yeah.
So come prepared.
Can you get into that one?
Well, if that semi got in, I think I can get in. Looks like they have a whole dedicated diesel section over here.
I've never even seen this brand of gas station before.
Oh, they're out west?
The Sefco?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is anybody coming up? This is very weird.
No,
It's
we're
like
good.
merging traffic. All right, well, while I'm fueling, why don't we just go up to number 5? Number 5 on the list, let me dance with the fuel pump, is Josephine Campground in New Mexico. That one is outside, a ways outside of Albuquerque. It's actually closer to Grants. And for the first time on our list, we do have a boondocking spot that is within spitting distance of a Walmart, probably about 15 minutes down the road. There's gonna be a Walmart so you can get groceries, that sort of thing. However, Josephine Campground only has, I think, 11 spots, and only a couple of them are big rig friendly.
Yeah, you have to get there early too.
Yes. And so we actually spent the night in that Walmart parking lot once because Josephine was full. But all around there, you're by the oh boy, I'm gonna try to say it, Malpais, which is the Badlands that are made out of like volcanic ash. There's some volcano tubes nearby. There's an ice cave, a lot of cool things to see, beautiful backdrop, so it deserves a spot on our list. We've been there twice, I think. And this is why we do this in the truck. Joe Skiing Campground outside of Grants, New Mexico.
I'm heading back to the truck. Apologies if the camera was shaking too bad because it is so cold out here. The one thing I will mention that I really like about Joe Skiing too, that most other boondocking spots don't have, is a pavilion and a picnic table. It is so rare and also a really nice amenity.
Ooh.
It's so cold. Need a butt warmer. Number 6, we're headed to Utah, and this is in southeast Utah. It's called Footbridge Road.
Ah, this was outside of the Garden of the Gods, right? Not Garden of the Gods. I get these mixed up.
Valley of the Gods.
Valley of the Gods.
Yeah, which you can boondock in Valley of the Gods, and maybe if we had known that, we would have camped there.
Yeah.
But this one was really pretty. You're surrounded by these canyon walls. It's a wide open space that you can park at. Great for big rigs.
Yep.
As long as you don't continue down that road and go down to the river.
Yes.
Only do that if you have a van or a very small Class C, because you will not be able to turn around.
We saw a couple larger rigs go down there
Yeah.
and didn't have time to like run out and signal them, and they had a little bit of a challenge getting turned around and coming back up.
So bad. But we had the place basically to ourselves for most of the 2 weeks we were there. I think we did max out the 2 weeks.
And I'll make 2 notes. If you don't stay where we were on that down, there are some even one step up above that you can camp at. And I will hop off what you say. I don't think I would camp at the Valley of the Gods if I had this open, because Valley of the Gods, you're parked right next to a dirt road with a lot of traffic every single day going through, and it's going to be dusty. This was a lot more private and a lot more,
it did feel more private,
peaceful.
yeah.
I feel like we've made this a theme, but you are a good ways away from any sort of
So
store,
far
anything
away.
like that. But you are really close to some good barbecue. I wish
What is that place
I remember the
called?
name. We will put it up here on the screen. It was really, really delicious barbecue.
You get to go choose your own sauces.
Yeah, it's 5-6 minutes down the rood.
Such a hole in the wall.
Totally worth a stop. Do I have more issues?
You got cookie.
Oh, I got cookie on my face.
On your mouth.
It's snot, cookie, you name it. Something's going to be on my face. All right, let's move on to number 7.
Number 7, Hurricane Cliffs. This is still in Utah, and I don't know if you say, because Hurricane
Yes, the town
is
is
the nearby
Hurricane.
town, but is it Hurricane Cliffs or is it Hurricane
Cliffs.
I don't know. It's outside Zion National Park.
I wish we had good video of this one. We weren't filming
It was
YouTube at the time. It was
2020.
2020.
Yeah.
So we might have a couple pictures we'll put up on screen.
But there's a few places you can stay with the big rig. We went up a road that we maybe shouldn't have. It was a little sketchy.
A little tricky.
But we backed up to where you could look down and see just the river. So definitely recommend that one.
Yep, and you're not too far from services. You got Laverkin and Hurricane right down.
Laverkin and Hurricane. And if you need something super major, you are going to have to go down to St. George.
Yes.
But the one thing with this one, because you were telling me that there's scuttlebutt that they might be closing this down.
This one is one of the ones, it's similar, I think, to Alabama Hills. So Alabama Hills got knocked down in the number of spots they have. I've been reading that they're considering making this more of an official style campground. So the days may be numbered for boondocking at this spot.
Yeah, you may end up having to pay for it too, potentially.
Who knows? It's all up in the air right now, but if Zion's on your bucket list and you want to boondock, you may want to move that up the list.
And here's my quick little PSA for boondocking in general. If you want to give yourself and the whole entire RV community the best chance of keeping these spots open, pick up your trash after yourself. Don't park in spots that are not actually campsites, and just be respectful of the land.
Yep.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yep. Number 8. I was trying to be creative with an 8.
Oh my word. This one's in Idaho.
Ooh, I know this one.
Yes.
It's is it the one that's the favorite name?
Yes.
It's the favorite name.
Yes.
Below the dam campground.
Yep. Okay.
It's below a dam.
It is a really nice spot in terms of the beauty around it. You've
Yes.
got the mountains behind you.
Snow covered most of the time.
Yep, you've got hills, there's trees and some shade, and you can pretty much go in and park wherever you want.
Yep.
Because it's just, there's a few different camping sections. You can camp by the river, you can go camp on the upper field, you can do whatever you want. And it's just a really pretty space. I will say though, whereas almost all of these are the 14-day max, this one, if you're in it during the summer between May and September, you'd only stay 5 days max because it does get really busy in the summer with OHV traffic because there is that little course up there, the OHV stuff. So be aware that it could be a little loud.
We stayed at this one on our way to Alaska, so we were just outside of that time frame. So we got to stay a little longer.
Yep.
And in that shoulder season, you can stay the 14 days. It was super peaceful, super nice, a little chilly. It did snow on us one day, but a really, really great spot.
Yeah.
Let's see how
Not
close
a lot of stuff around. Again.
Idaho Falls? Is that your closest town?
Fall Creek Falls is the... Okay, sorry, Idaho Falls triggered something in my head of a place to visit.
Yes.
But I don't know if Idaho Falls is the closest one or not.
It's the closest Walmart. That's where we went to stock up. We went there. There's a Sam's
We
Club,
went there.
Walmart, and I think it's about an hour away.
But the waterfalls I was thinking of was
Yes.
Fall Creek Falls, which
Yes.
is 15 miles down the road, and is just these cascading waterfalls that
Very
are
beautiful.
so beautiful. Definitely go check it out if you end up at that boondocking spot.
All right, let's move on to number 9.
Number 9.
I don't have a
Off-road
fancy.
to Eagle. That's what it's called.
Oh, this
In
is
Alaska.
in Alaska.
Most
Barely
of
in
Alaska is camping on the side of the road if you're boondocking, or dry camping in a parking lot. It's
If
not
you're a big
awesome.
rig.
If you're big rig.
If you're smaller, there are more boondocking spots available. There's some beach camping here and there. But yeah, if you're bigger, you're not getting
it's going to be more limited.
boondocking spots.
So
but
on
this
our
one,
way past Chicken, Alaska, almost getting into Canada, we were leaving. It was the last week of our Alaska trip, right outside top of the world highway. This boondocking spot, it's a gravel pit, but the views and how far you can see, we both pulled in and we said, this is what we wanted Alaska boondocking to be like.
Yes, it was
so gorgeous.
Such an epic spot. And we didn't even have a clear day where we could see as far as you could possibly see. It was in September, we had a lot of fog. But even with the fog, it was gorgeous because you could see it hanging in the valleys.
And we saw a little cute little fox there. Do you remember that?
Yes. The place is not like anything to write home about around your rig, but just beautiful. I would totally spend a few days there.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's in Alaska, so it's not close to anything. Nothing.
We sound like a broken record at this point.
Chicken is the closest town, and Chicken's got a bar.
We are so hungry for lunch. We're about halfway done with our travel day, and we could not find a pull-off for the life of us. We weren't on a highway, so there was basically just houses, farms, ranches, nothing we could be at. So we found this park. I cannot talk while I do this code. Give me a second.
Would you like help with that?
There.
Here, I'll hold this.
There. As I was saying, I found this not little parking lot. I found a big parking lot in Abilene just off where we needed to go. So I think it'll work to grab some PB&Js. We're on number 10 and we're going to Florida. This is Lake Panasoffkee, Florida. It's probably near the Villages area of Florida, which if you're nearby, go. It's an experience. That's all I can say about it. But last year, and remember what I said about the East Coast not being so boondocking friendly, Florida is an exception.
Yeah.
And last winter, we did a whole series on boondocking in Florida, or at least doing Florida for cheaper, free boondocking for most of it. So go back and watch that for all the other spots. But Lake Panasoffkee, I think, was our favorite among all of them.
Yeah, there's not a ton of big rig friendly boondocking in Florida. There's a few. There's 8 or 9 sites. This is one of the best. It's easy in, easy out, but it's a beautiful setting. Depending on Starlink or solar like we are, you've got the wide open space to park, or if you prefer shade, it's hot summer, there's spots for that as well. So The place as a whole is just a great experience of Florida boondocking without being too far away from amenities. I do believe there's a Walmart not super far
Maybe
away.
like 20, 25 minutes.
So
it's not bad at all.
One of our favorite spots in Florida, hands down.
And if you're looking for even more spots than just the ones we visited, like you can go watch that series and see all the places. We put the coordinates in the description. Our project, our like secret project that we did in Florida that winter was also going to probably over 50?
Yeah, we went to over 50 spots. We stayed at about a dozen. And then we went to a whole mess. We took pictures, we checked cell coverage.
We checked road conditions, we put rig size. We organized this whole boondocking private directory for those of you that want to go boondock in Florida. It's a pretty great resource.
When she says we did all this, she did all the organization. I chauffeured,
you flew the drone,
took pictures, and flew the drone. Oh, you got my peanut butter. Cool.
I did. You don't need that much peanut butter. Oh my
bad.
goodness. So if you are interested in that, I will put that resource in the description as well. The people that have already gotten it have said it's pretty good. It saved them so much money as they've been trying to boondock in one of the more expensive states. Number 11, we are back in California with outside Mammoth Lake. So this is on the east side of the Sierra Nevada mountains. It is such a pretty spot.
It's in the shade a little bit. You have a bunch of trees around you. You're near Mammoth Lakes, which is a very cute town. It's a ski town.
Yeah.
It's close to Yosemite, and when I say close to Yosemite, you have one of the entrance, the east entrance to Yosemite, but to actually get to the Yosemite Valley,
I think it's 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's a pretty long trek.
But if you're gonna be spending time on the east side of Yosemite National Park, it's great to get to for there. If you're gonna be doing all the stuff around Mammoth Lakes, there's a ton of stuff to do. There's hot springs that are really fun in that area.
Love that spot. What about number 12?
Number 12, we are going to New Mexico. So we already had a Joe skiing in New Mexico.
Yep, but I'm guessing, if I know correctly, this is the spot that we went to immediately after we finished work camping.
Yes.
It was our first spot back on the road. And honestly, the spot itself, there's nothing to write home about.
No,
it's in the desert, it's flat, there's scrub brush around, no really major amazing views, but what it's nearby is what's really helpful.
Yeah, so this is Parks Ranch Boondocking, and I don't think I'd take this rig
I would be
down.
careful. You have
There's
to
a
go,
sharp turn.
Yes, you have to go over a cattle grate and make a sharp right.
Yeah.
I would probably camp before that, or there's another boondocking spot up the road that's a parking lot that you camp.
That might be a little bit better, but it's right outside Carlsbad Caverns National Park, and you really cannot beat just being so close to a national park. Usually for boondocking, I mean, we've mentioned a few places here that are outside the entrances, and that is quite rare.
Right.
You're usually spending over an hour in the car, and then you're probably about an hour-ish from the Guadalupe Mountains National Park, so you can check that off too.
But there's a hidden gem for this one, and that is if you go down the road just a little bit, there's 2 fenced off areas, they're square, you can get in them, it's not like it's
down
locked
the road
off.
from the boondocking spot.
And there are 2 gypsum caves that you could do a little caving, spelunking, I don't know the proper term, yourself, go in. If you're claustrophobic, you're probably not gonna go in very far.
I would probably tell, if you're gonna do more trail hiking underground, tell someone where you're going, because there is a whole trail system that you can follow depending on how brave you are, and the little numbers mean how tall it is, so when you see a 2, you realize you have to crawl through 2 feet.
Yeah, we didn't go that far.
No. Number 13, we never learned how to pronounce this.
Oh yeah, nobody told us.
I don't think it.
I know I murdered the pronunciation in the video because I gave it a shot because I knew somebody would jump in the comments, correct me, give me the correct pronunciation, and for the only time in the life of this channel, I'm pretty sure nobody jumped in and told us how to pronounce it correctly.
So in Arizona, outside Tucson, an hour south actually, so it's a little bit farther away, is Siuninita camping area.
I said it more confidently than you did. I don't know what I said, but
oh my goodness, if you don't mind being remote.
Yes.
This is really pretty and very unexpected. It's not quite Arizona desert. it has more of a grasslands feel.
Yep.
And then you're surrounded by some mountains too.
And there's a couple places to park up the road a ways. There's 8 spots that are very well
designated, yeah.
And then where we stayed, just the road just before that, there's probably 3 or 4 spots down that road. We saw a van further down. If you're a bigger rig like us, you're gonna want one of the first 2 spots, and if they're taken, you're out of luck.
Yeah, but the road to get to those spots is pretty good.
Yes. 7 o'clock.
The sun is right in our faces
we
right
are
now.
Arriving. Did we tell people? We told people we're arriving at Cap Rock Canyon. And
just got through.
I had no idea that there are bison here. We haven't seen them,
but there's signs.
We came through a gate and it said bison area. So Trin's excited.
Do we take Trin for a walk through the bison area? There's bison up here.
There's bison?
There's bison right there. Trinity, not that one. Statue.
She's barking at a statue.
You see the bison? You don't scare them away. Well, that was cool.
Yeah, whoa, ow.
That was right next to your...
Wow, Trin. Well, before we get to our campsite, we should do number 14.
So we're back in Utah again.
We should have done them like by state or something.
I planned this ahead of time, and then why did I put states away from each other? Okay, this one is Black Ridge Dispersed. It's on the east side of Moab. Now, Moab has started closing some sites and charging for them.
Right.
There's that sun again. Which is kind of a pain, but so far this one is free. I believe you can stay there up to 14 days, and its proximity to Moab and Arches and Canyonlands National Park, I think, is what makes it great, because there is great views.
Yes.
You have the red rocks there, you have the mountains behind you.
Yes.
But it is busy, and OHVs and ATVs are all over the place. So it might not be like a super pleasant, peaceful stay, but you have access to basically everything.
And if you manage to find... Trin's wanting to add her 2 cents still. If you manage to... Hang on, I gotta roll down the window because that makes
there's more bison.
Okay.
Just let her watch them. Okay.
If you manage to find the spot we did when we were there to get Trinity's spay, you are a little bit off the path as far as all the OHV stuff, but most of the boondocking spots are right on the OHV trails, and it's just part of boondocking there.
Look at how beautiful that is.
I had no idea there was scenery like this in North Texas.
I can't wait to explore this.
That is gorgeous.
There's little prairie dogs too.
We're not boondocking, but this road feels like we're boondocking.
It really does.
Came in, potholes, but we're staying in a state park. So we've got...
The campground should be through here to the right.
We've got... Oh, we're going to have to go through the gate.
Yep. We're looking for Site 74.
If it starts at 1...
No, it doesn't. I don't think it's going to be too difficult.
No.
Okay, you can start coming back. You just have this post on your left side for the truck, but I think you'll be okay. Keep it coming. Okay, as you're going back, just slight to the left.
Toward you?
Yep.
Okay. Is that a good angle or more?
Keep pushing it.
Keep pushing it?
Yep. Yep, come all the way back. Coming in at number 15
Last one.
is Blackwell Horse Camp. And that's kind of funny because we're at a
horse camp.
I know.
You planned this.
I did not plan this, I promise. Okay, so this one is in Indiana. So we got one for you in the Midwest. It's easy access. I love that you can fit practically any rig in there, and there is so much hiking.
In fact, there is if you're feeling up for it, there is a trail that will take you to a fire tower that, at least when we were there, you could climb up the fire tower if you dared.
Yes, it was very sketch, but it was a good view from up top. So this is in the Hoosier National Forest. You also have great proximity to a couple of Indiana's amazing state parks, so highly recommend you putting this one on your list. However, if you do go in the spring, just be aware there are a lot of ticks.
And we had
so many ticks.
At least when we were there.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a bad year.
Maybe it was
I
just
don't
the
know.
year of the ticks.
We had like 20 just in the
Just at
short
that
period of
spot.
time
I
we
don't
were
want
there.
that to scare you away. Just be aware that you
Just
don't go
be
combing
aware.
through the grasslands.
Well, thanks for coming along with us today on this travel day
know.
and checking out all these boondocking spots. You're gonna wanna mash that subscribe button because right here in Texas, right now, it is 54 degrees.
We're gonna have weather whiplash.
Because in 4 days, it's gonna be like 95 degrees.
And we have to see if our AC is going to be able to keep up with it, with
the solar,
because we only have
do
water
not have
here.
electric here, so
Yeah.
it's the solar power's first real solid test with the AC. So come back, we'll see you next week.
Plus, he
Oh,
forgot something.
what did I forget?
We've got to explore Caprock Canyon.
Oh yeah, that
so you
too.
have to come
Well,
back for that.
of course for that, but the solar's what I'm
All right.
concerned about.
Now we'll see you guys next
See you
week.
guys next week.